Have you ever taken that test with pure confidence thinking that you're going to be pregnant, and then you look at it and the pure devastation of that test saying that it's negative? Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and I hope you're all doing very well. So in today's video is going to be something very different, as you can see from the thumbnail. We're going to get into some deep conversation today, and I thought, you know what, I am actually going to bring you real life to YouTube, because I think a lot of people can relate to this, what I'm going to be talking about. And I just want to help as well, if I can, in some sort of ways, and just share what's going on behind the scenes with me, because what you see on Instagram and what you see on YouTube is not what's actually going on behind closed doors. So yeah, so we're going to be talking about all things getting pregnant, the do's, the don'ts, the stress, everything. We are going to lay it all out on the table. So if you guys are interested in watching this video, then please stay tuned. So we're going to get into a deep conversation, and I thought, you know what, I'm literally just going to bring this to YouTube. I thought, why not show you exactly what is going on behind closed doors and what I'm trying to work towards, what's going on. So in this video I'm going to be talking to you about my experience of trying for baby number 2. Now there is so much pressure from everything in life. I think you can have pressure from family, you can have pressure from your actual husband or your partner, you can have pressure from children wanting siblings and people. I always find that when you've been together for a long time, people start to ask, when are you gonna have children, how many are you gonna have, when are you gonna have the next one? Or if you get married, it's the same sort of thing, and sometimes it can take a huge impact on a woman, because generally there could be reasons behind that as to why there are no babies. I mean, 9 times out of 10 people do want children, and there might be that people that they don't want to have kids, and that's absolutely fine. But I think sometimes this can be quite a sensitive subject now, so I thought I'm going to show and talk about my story. So I obviously have Liliana, she's 5. She was a really hard child to begin with, so me and Craig never rushed to have another child. We've always wanted a big family, but we never rushed because Liliana was just, bless her heart, she was just such a hard baby. We weren't getting any sleep, and it was just one thing after another, and it really took its toll, and it can really take a toll on your marriage as well. So eventually 2 years ago we decided to start trying for baby number 2. And I gave up after 3 months, which is just absolutely ridiculous. But the reason why I gave up is because with Liliana, I literally sneezed and I was pregnant. Like, it was that easy. I got pregnant. We literally said, okay, let's start trying. We was ready. Literally the first month we tried was the month that I fell pregnant. So like it was just so quick, it was so easy. It was literally just the most easiest thing ever. There was no pressure, there was no stress, there was no tracking ovulation dates, there was no apps I was using, there was absolutely nothing. And I fell pregnant, and I had a really good pregnancy, apart from gaining loads of weight, and I had a really good labour. I was blessed. So yeah, about 2 years ago we decided, do you know what, the time's right. The more we leave the gap, the worse it's going to be. In terms of like, Liliana's is ready to have like a sibling, and I'm ready to give my time and energy to a newborn, as well as having, well, she would have been 3 at the time. So yeah, we started trying, and like I said, after 3 months I was like, oh, I'm not doing this. This is horrific, and it's so bad, and I'm being really honest, but like literally because of my first experience I was like, why is this taking so long? And this whole thing of like getting pregnant can really cause like so much stress. Like it was crazy. And do you know what, honestly speaking, it literally took a strain on our marriage, 100%. It wasn't because we was blaming one another, it was frustrating. And then I think each of you individually will think, well, is it me? Am I the problem? Or your husband might say, oh, is it me? Am I the problem? And it's just so silly because it's actually meant to be a fun time. It can actually turn out to be the most stressful time ever. And after 3 months, it was just, we gave up. It was just so silly. But I believe that everything happens for a reason. I believe the reason why it didn't happen then is because it wasn't the right time. We was going through stuff as well. So that happened for that reason, and we never carried on. And it really just, it just threw me. It really did. And I really shouldn't have taken my first experience and thought the second time was going to be easy as well. I always thought that because I fell so easily pregnant with Liliana, I thought the second time would literally just be like so easy, like really easy. 3rd month in, I just gave up. Yeah, like I literally took my experience from Liliana and then that was it. We just struck it off and we literally just gave up, and we went through like a really bad patch, and we kind of never spoke about it. And then until we kind of like got together, we spoke everything through, and yeah, we kind of didn't like address it in a sort of way. We never spoke about it. I think we kind of just moved forwards and said, you know what, eventually, you know, we spoke about wanting to have kids again. And so, yeah, moving 2 years forwards together, really strong, really happy. We're like, do you know what, Liliana's 5 years old, let's get cracking. I actually wanted 6 kids to begin with, and I'm still on child number 1, and I'm gonna be 30 in Feb. Like, I need to crack these out. I need to get them out. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm so blessed that I have her, and I just really want to give. Liliana's really asking for a sibling every day. She's like, mummy, when are you gonna have that baby in your tummy? I really want a sister, I really want a brother. Can you choose if it's a boy or a girl? And you know, she's really wanting that baby. So having said that, we sat down, we had the conversation, and what was it, about 4 months ago we had the conversation, and I was changing it so many times. I was like, I'm one of these that likes to plan. You can never plan for a child so much, but you, to a certain degree, I was like, okay, I'm not going to try until after my 30th birthday because I want to go to Dubai and I want to drink and I want to do this and I want to do that. And then I was like, no, let me try and be pregnant, and then we can announce it. And then I changed my mind again, and I was like, no, let's start in October, and then it would do. And do you know what, literally I was just driving myself insane. Anyways, in the end we was like doing it as you do, and I was just like, do you know what, let's not do this protection shenanigans. And it was just literally from that moment I was just like, do you know what, let's start trying now, because you never know how long it's going to take. So this is where we're at. So we have been trying now for the last 4, it will be 4 months this month. So this is where we're at. We've been trying for the last 3 months. We'll be going into month 4. So I've got further than last time. But the reason why I wanted to do this video is to speak to you about what I find is not working. So this time around I thought we're going to do things different. We're going to track my ovulation time, we're going to download the app, we're going to take my pregnant care couple before tablets, we are going to change our diet, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. And oh my god, I feel more exhausted, more drained, more stressed, more emotional, more just like, what the hell, it's awful. And what I wanted to do was make this video and bring you my experience so far of the last 3 months. So what I'm doing is literally pairing this with what happened when we tried with Liliana. So what I want to talk to you about is everything that's out there, so you can have an app to track your ovulation. So basically, I never even knew this when I got pregnant with Liliana. Apparently there's only a very small window in your ovulation well, there's a very small window in your cycle that you can get pregnant. So apparently you can have 2 peak days and then 2 really high level peak days, and then that's it. But sperm can last up to 72 hours, is it? Something like that. But I thought if you generally like are unprotected, you can literally fall pregnant at any time. But the way that everyone makes it sound out now is you've really got that very small section in your cycle that you can get pregnant. So apparently it falls around like after the 14th day from the date of your first period. And this is what I mean, all these like take your thing from your, it can get too much, and I think it's just it's bizarre. So yeah, I never knew this when I got pregnant with Liliana. So literally we just did the deeds, I peed on a stick, and now I have a 5-year-old. And now I was like, oh, so because we never fell pregnant in those 3 months 2 years ago when we tried, I thought, oh my god, I've got to try everything. I've got to try this tracking ovulation, I've got to do pre-seed, I've got to take my vitamins, I've got to change my diet, I've got to write down my mood swings, how I'm feeling, how much water I've had. And I was just like, whoa, do you know what? We are now, like I said to you, I'm going into month 4, and I'm literally going to scrap all of this because I have never been so stressed, so like all over the place. And I think it's absolutely such a mind f***, sorry to say, to women, because if you're trying to conceive, being stressed, you definitely ain't going to fall pregnant because your body is just in like craziness. It's not going to do it. You've got to be relaxed. You've got to just, they always say literally when you're not thinking about it is when it happens. So what I want to talk to you about is the things that I was using like the last 3 months, and I just feel so stressed with it all. I feel really down, I feel really low, I feel like, why can't I get pregnant? I've already had a baby, why can't I have another one? Why is this one taking longer? That one literally took a month. And you start doubting yourself as a woman. You start to think, oh my god, is there something wrong down there? So I even had an ultrasound to double check, because like literally, like I said to you, my mind was just like all over the place. I do have my actual lining in my womb is thicker than what it needs to be, but do you know what, we all can't be the same. But apparently I've got nothing blocking. And then I started doing like psychological crazy shit, thinking, oh my god, have I got a cyst that's blocking sperm from getting through? Is there something blocking my tubes? Is there something wrong with my tubes? Is there something wrong with my ovaries? And you really start to go crazy. So what I wanted to talk to you about is the things that I started to use, and I can't wait to chuck these all in the bin, if I'm being really honest with you. And I'm not saying don't do this, but I'm just saying it's just not working for me because it's just stressed me out so much. Some of you it may work, but for me personally, all these things have just made me psychotic. So to start off with, you can purchase the Clearboo Trying for a Baby kit. So these are the advanced digital ovulation tests, and then it comes with a pregnancy test as well, which is just, I freaking hate, because you will find that you will take that before that you even need to. So basically you get this ovulation stick. I'm sure everybody knows this by now what these are, and then you get 1 stick and then you get 10 tests. So basically this is what it looks like. So it comes like this, it's got a circle because there's nothing inserted, and then these are the sticks that come with it. This is not used, I've just taken the lid off just to show you. And what you do is you literally slip these in there, and then this will like flash, and then you literally pee on it. And then what these are meant to do is they're meant to detect when your high fertility is and your peak fertility. And it says it's 99% accurate. So what you do is you start testing. Well, it says here, this is what I don't like. This is where it just all gets so stupid and so finicky. And do you know what? You have to think that in the olden days, they didn't have any of this, and there were still loads of kids being produced. But it says on the instructions that you need to test like 7 days after your period is over. But then I was like, but what if you then miss it? And I was so glad that I did start. So I literally, because there was 10 tests, I was like, do you know what, I'm literally going to start testing like a day after I finish. And then I found out that when I was like weeing on the stick, it was saying, yeah, your high fertility is now. And I was like, wow. So if I left it till the 7th or the 10th day or whatever it was, I would have missed it. I just find these such a mind fuck. I really do. I just think, yeah, it's amazing that you can pee on a stick and then it's like, yay, go get in the bedroom, do your business, because this is where it's going to happen. And I just think this makes the situation worse, because literally then you've taken that away. So you're like, hey babe, let's get it on. I'm at my time. So you get it on, you do the business, and then literally by the end of the month you're going to be like, yeah, we've got it. I got it at my actual time. I'm going to be pregnant. This is all gravy. And then it comes to the end of the month and you come on your period and you literally feel like, what the hell, I don't know if anybody's done it, but then you just feel awful. But do you know what I would actually do? Because then this came with a pregnancy test, and because you think that you've done it at the right time, you've done it more than what you've done it a number of times that month, and you're really confident because you've got it at its peak, you then start to take the pregnancy test before you've even come on your period. That's what I started to do. I was like, no, do you know what, I've done it at the right time. I'm going to take this pregnancy test, because now you can even test up to 7 days before your periods. So I'm going to take this test and I know I'm going to be pregnant. Have you ever taken that test with pure confidence, thinking that you're going to be pregnant, and then you look at it and the pure devastation of that test saying that it's negative, and then you say to yourself, oh, okay, it's not testing positive yet because I haven't got enough HCG in my urine, so I'm going to give it a couple more days. But I did well, I done it on the actual days, and this might not be for everybody, but I just find that with this it gives you that major confidence, and you're like, well, do you know what, there's nothing wrong with my husband, there's nothing wrong with me, I know my tubes are empty, so this is going to pretty much get me pregnant. And it doesn't. It was crazy, and you literally think this is going to get you pregnant, and it doesn't. And they're like £30. Like I said, it may work for some people, but for me, I just feel like it gives you that almost verge of cockiness, and it's like it gives you too much confidence to be like, yeah, this is going to happen. So I actually didn't do it. The second month I felt way more relaxed, but still on edge, because I'm tracking constantly on the app. So I follow the app called Ovia, and I always put the date of my period anyway, just so I know when I'm coming on. This is like before even trying for a baby, because it's just good to keep a log of your periods anyway. But the problem is then you go onto these apps and you type in the last date of your periods and how long your cycle normally lasts, and it will work out when your ovulation time is and when the peak time is to get down and do the business. And on these apps you can constantly record your mood and your periods, if you've taken a test, if you've taken an ovulation test, what symptoms you've got. And then the problem is as well is pregnancy symptoms. So early pregnancy symptoms and period symptoms are literally the freaking same. So if your boobs are sensitive, or you are feeling a bit bloated, or you're constipated, or I think the only difference would be sickness, but if you was to eat something dodgy the day before and you put all of them two together, you're going to be like, I'm pregnant, and it's a mess, because what you do is you put all these symptoms into the app, and then your app will be like, this is meaning that you're pregnant, and it's just, wow, it's just like, oh my god, this is pretty much telling me that I'm pregnant because I've put XYZ symptoms in there. All I've got to do now is take this test and I'm away. I've done my Clear Boo ovulation test, I've put in all my symptoms on this app, I'm raring to go, and I just think it's such an absolute mind messer. It really, really is. I think it's awful, and you literally can drive yourself crazy, and I think that's what I've been doing. It's so hard, it really is. And the worst thing as well on the app as well is like it literally counts down the days, and it'll be like 5 days till pregnancy test, 4 days till pregnancy test. So the other thing that I went in and picked up on my crazy spree to get pregnant is the Vital Bodies Pregnant Care Him and Her Conception for couples trying for a baby. So this is with zinc, which contributes to normal fertility and reproduction. So basically these are tablets for you and your other half to get you ready to have a baby. Sounds mental in all honesty. So basically they come like this. So there is a packet for her which is pink, so they're these massive golf ball tablets, and then the black ones are for him, and basically it has everything in there apparently that's meant to be good for you. So you've got vitamin B12, you've got vitamin C, vitamin A, vitamin D, folic acid, biotin, magnesium, iron, zinc, copper, everything, you name it. So can you imagine you're taking this, you're doing this, you're doing your pre-seed, you're tracking your app, and you're literally like, why am I not pregnant? Can you imagine like all of this going through your head, and you're just like why am I not getting pregnant? Like, there's nothing wrong with me, I've been checked, there's nothing wrong with him, he's been checked, so why is it not working? Can you see how all of this can literally drive you absolute bonkers? Because it's driven me crazy, and these last 3 months I feel stressed, I feel horrendous, I feel like a failure. Because you do as a woman, you feel like that's it, I can't get pregnant, I can't do it. You know, it's just, it's too much, it really is. No, it's too much, it really is. I mean, here's like a prime example. I have pregnancy tests here because I thought I was pregnant, because I literally like followed everything, and it's just, it's crazy. What I want to do is literally say to you is, ditch it, just ditch it, just absolutely ditch all of it. I've actually even ditched my app because I don't want nothing to do with it. I don't want the countdown. What am I on countdown? Freaking give me a consonant, what have you. It's just too much. I will log on my calendar, or when I come on, everything is going like I'm not using it. It's too much. The more you want something and the more stressed out, the more it's just not going to happen. I know this won't work for everybody that may have fertility issues, but apparently you have to try for up to a year before you can go to your doctor. So that's if you're under the age of 35, I believe. So if you've been trying for a year, you would then seek medical help, well, not seek medical help, you would then go talk to your doctor and ask what's going on. So it's only after a year solid that you've been trying. So these things can take time. And do you know what, some people that I talk to, so basically one person had their child pretty quick, and then the next time it actually took them a year. So I think it just all goes down to everything. It goes down to lifestyle choice, it goes down to your diet, it goes down to how you are, if your body is in it, is the right time to do it, if your mentality is the right time to do it. And like I said, please don't strike me down, because I know there's people generally out there that do struggle, and I just pray that everyone can, if you're watching this video and you are struggling, but you're not on your own. But I just think all of that crap can just drive you literally insane, and it's driven me insane. And I just wanted to come on here and say to you that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to feel stressed. It's okay to feel like you failed, but please don't feel like that, because I have felt like that as well. It will happen when it will happen. Everything happens in the right time. Everything happens for a reason. I'm a massive believer in that. And good things come to those who wait. So ditch the freaking app. Ditch this tracking the first day of your last period and how long is your cycle length, because that can change as well. And that's the thing, like, it can constantly change, because I don't know about you guys, but I started my period when I was 9, so I feel like I've had and that's another thing. I put thoughts into my head, so because I started my period at 9, I'm like, oh my god, I'm going to go through my menopause like next year, you know, and I'm only going to be 30, but it's like, this is what happens. You just start to end up having these crazy negative thoughts, and it's just too much. It's not necessary. So yeah, it's just calm down, get rid of everything if you're like me, just throw it in the damn bin, because I'm throwing this in the bin now. Now that I've used it for my video, it's going in the bin. I don't want nothing to do with it. You just got to chill, don't think about it. Don't stick your legs up in the air after sex, that shit don't work. I've done that for 3 months and nothing's happened, and all I get is a freaking leg ache. So forget that one. I mean, I know that's a myth, but still, I've done the pillow under my pelvis, I've done the legs up in the air, I've done every sex position you can freaking imagine. So trust me guys, just chill and it will happen when it happens. So yeah, hopefully soon I will be able to tell the world that I'm pregnant when it will happen for me. And you know, yeah, it is what it is. It can be a really hard time. When you really want it, it's really hard. And when you start seeing everybody else with babies and newborns and loads of your friends getting pregnant, it can be like really hard. But do you know what? You will get there. There's always that time for you. There will be the time that's right for you to have it, and for me, and God knows when mine is. I'll probably find out I'm pregnant the day before I'm 30, so I can't get absolutely bladdered, which is a good thing, so I can't do hangovers. But yeah, you know, the time will be right. I just wanted to do this video to reach out to other women that could be tracking and going like OTT, because like I said, I never did any of this with Liliana and she came pretty quick. What I'm going to quickly say to you is, if you are trying, the best thing to do is to make sure that you're limiting your alcohol intake, obviously that you're not smoking, that your diet, you've got like an unreasonable diet. When I mention diet, I mean like you've got like a moderation, like a little bit of everything, not too excessive on coffee and like fats and salts and things like that. And as long as you live and maintain a healthy lifestyle, you have those things in place, then that's all you need. You don't need all these test kits and pills. And I mean, it is good to take vitamin B12. I really rely on that stuff, and apple cider vinegar is like my go-to. But you don't need everything else to go with it. I mean, the lube, you can never say no to lube, can you? But yeah, I mean, that's optional. Depends how dry you are. Grim. Did I just say that here? Oh well. So yeah, you know, just live your life and hopefully it will happen for everyone when it happens. So guys, I will keep you updated, obviously, for sure, on my pregnancy journey. I definitely will do an update video, hopefully, with all this crap binned and me saying, dude, I did it without all of this, you know. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed this video and I hope it eases your mind a little bit. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button, and until my next video guys, take care, bye bye for now.